What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. For today's video, I'm going to be talking about the night that I experienced seeing God and the night that I experienced of being in hell. So one night I was laying in my bed just looking at the ceiling, going through my thoughts and just thinking about things, and all of a sudden, as I was thinking, I was just in the presence of God. Part of my body, part of my soul was still in my body, but part of it was standing in front of God. And you can call me crazy, you can say that I was hallucinating or I was just going crazy or whatever, but I wholeheartedly believe that I was in front of God that night and seeing God. God is this huge light, this huge ball of light, not even, I don't know, this huge sphere of light. I don't know how to explain it. And I experienced, when I was looking at this light, I saw, well, I didn't see, when I was looking at this light, I felt, love, and I felt peace, and I felt joy, and I felt grace, and I just, all these feelings that are of God. And when I was standing in front of God, he said a lot of things to me that night, but one thing I do remember is him saying is how much he loved me and how much he cared for me, and if I don't change my ways that I would be end up going to hell. And as he was saying all these, he said a lot more things to me, but I don't remember most of it. And as he was saying these things to me, all of a sudden I started feeling my feet burning, like actually on fire, burning. And then all of a sudden I started feeling my whole body slowly, like from my feet, slowly going up. This just sensation of burning on my whole body, and then next thing I knew, I my heart was racing. I felt like I was gonna die that night, and my heart was racing, and I felt like I was having a heart attack that night. And as I was experiencing all this, I started seeing these demons in front of me, and what these demons look like is like, they look like human forms of gremlins, but like black, like pitch black gremlins, but in human body. And as I was feeling this sensation of like my whole body on fire and seeing these demons, I started seeing fire all around me. And at that point I was freaking out. I really thought like I was dying and I was going to hell that night. Like my I really felt like I was having a heart attack that night. So I got out of my bed and I went to my husband. I was like, "Babe, you need to wake up. I'm dying and I'm going to hell." Sorry. And he looked at me and he was like, and he looked at me and he was like, "No, babe, you're not dying. You're not going to hell." And this was like 1 or 2 in the morning when this was happening. So he was sleeping and he was on the couch sleeping because his back was hurting that night or whatever. And so I was like, "No, babe, you need to wake up. I'm having a heart attack. I'm dying and I'm going to hell." And he's like, "No, babe, you're just hallucinating, or you're just going crazy. You're just imagining it. It's not actually happening. You're not dying. You're just dreaming or something." He said something like that. And I was like, "No, Brendan, you need to wake up. I am having a heart attack and I am going to hell. I am dying." And finally, after the third time of me saying that to him, he finally woke up from his sleep and he's like, "What are you talking about, Sierra?" And I was like, "Brendan, I am having a heart attack. I am dying and I am going to hell." He's like, "Babe, I think you're having a panic attack. I think you need to calm down. And he just started praying over me. And as he was praying over me, I I started to feel calm. Like I was still experiencing like hell and my body burning and seeing these demons laugh at me because I was on fire. But at the same time, like I also saw this light, and that light was God. And as he was praying over me, I was experiencing hell, but I was also experiencing God's love and his grace. And like basically what I'm trying to get at is the reason I think I went through that experience, the reason I think God broke the veil for me to see into the spirit realm was because that night I was doing something that was I was living for the world and not for God. Like I was saying that I was Christian, I was saying that I believed in God, and I was following God, but at the same time I was living for the world and I was doing like worldly things. And I just want this video to reach somebody. If you say that you believe in God and you believe in Jesus and that you're Christian, you follow God, but behind closed doors you're going out, you're partying with friends and drinking to get drunk and to numb the pain, or getting tipsy to numb the pain, or doing certain drugs to numb the pain, or watching certain things that you shouldn't be watching that are inappropriate for you, doing that but saying you love God, you're not on the narrow path. You're on the path with the world, which is the straight line that leads to hell. And so I'm here to tell you today that if you are somebody that is living for the world, partying, drinking, watching horror movies, listening to um music that talks about like drugs, alcohol, sex, and all that, if you or you're doing drugs or whatever, or you're watching adult content that you shouldn't be watching, um you need to turn your ways and you need to deny your flesh each and every day and pick up your cross daily and follow Jesus. And I want to read you guys a verse that's in Revelation. It's Revelation 3, verse 16, and it says this. Let me find it. Hold on. Says, "So because you are lukewarm and neither hot nor cold, I am going to vomit you out of my mouth. For you say," oh, sorry, that's it. But it's basically saying, if you're gonna be a lukewarm Christian, God's gonna vomit you out of his mouth. He doesn't like lukewarm Christians. He likes for you to be on fire for him or very cold and be turned away from him. That doesn't mean that you can't turn that doesn't mean that you can't turn towards him again and run after him again. That just means like you need to be on fire for God. You need to deny your flesh each and every single day and pick up your cross daily. Put on the full armor of God daily. And it talks about that in the Bible, putting on your full armor. And I want to read you guys another two verses. It's Matthew 6, verse 22 to 23. And it says, "The eye is the lamp of the body. If your eye is healthy, your whole body will be full of light. But if your eye is bad, your whole body will be full of darkness. So if the light within you is darkness, how deep is that darkness?" No, oh, it goes down to 24. "No one can serve two masters, since either he will hate one and love the other, or he will be devoted to one and despise the other. You cannot serve both God and money." Um, Basically, you can't serve two masters at one time. You can't serve the world and live for this world, but also say that you love God and you're following Jesus and you're a Christian. You just can't. It's not possible. And what I'm saying to you today is that you need a wake up call, just how I needed a wake up call that night. And I got my wake up call. I'm not saying this with hate or anything like that, because I once was living for the world too, and I am now living for Jesus wholeheartedly. Um, you deny your flesh each and every day, pick up your cross, stop hanging out with those friends that invite you to go out and drink and party and watch things that you shouldn't be watching, and doing drugs that you shouldn't be doing. No, you need to turn towards Jesus, even if that means losing everything, losing your all your friends and family, losing everything. Are you willing to just pick up your cross and follow Jesus? Because Jesus, he will give you everything that you desire. You just have to be patient enough and work hard enough to get that. Jesus died for us so that we can live for him. And are you willing to deny your flesh to start following him? And that is it. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys in my next video.